I like how you warmed it up.
I did.
Warm that thing up.
Foreplay is crucial for the buttons.
For the buttons. You rub the outside for a bit too. Tease it a little bit and warmed it up. Then when you finally touch the button, it's like
get all the crevices.
Yeah. That's how I felt.
It all wants to be touched.
Yeah.
You ready to ponder?
Yeah.
Yarramin.
Hey, it's the Who Effing Knows podcast. I'm Patty V. We got Dave Rainey. We got Mr. Aaron Poole.
Wow.
Oh man, we're at war. We're not at war. I'm sorry. We don't have to start with that topic. Do we have topics?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
I saw the video of the girl that thought there was fireworks going off, and it's like, nope, that's not fireworks, sweetie. That's bombs.
I've
bombs.
I've been scrolling Twitter for 2 days trying to
Baghdad.
figure out what side I'm supposed to be on here because I don't even know.
I keep seeing all the memes like it's they fired 500 something shots and only 9 were successful, and then it's like they'll post pictures like Michael Porter or like Angel Reese and just like
I don't know the reason we're at war.
Yeah.
I feel like a terrible person because I don't know what's going on. I don't know why we're doing this. The thing that keeps popping up on my Twitter is the Iranian military account just like live tweeting everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is happening?
It's pretty ballsy. Too.
Yeah, I was like, is this a real account or is this like just a person? Because
I thought so too.
it's got to. I mean,
I think I saw something that's kind of like it's not an actual, but it sure seems like it is.
yeah, like it wouldn't surprise me.
I saw something that was like America and somebody else would get it, and then it was somebody posted a picture like, what did we do?
That's I posted one. I was like, what do you say fuck me for?
It's like, are we involved? Are we not involved?
I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know.
I'm not getting involved in that. Personally, I'm not even getting involved in the conversation. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what side I'm supposed to be on.
I don't know anything about it. So that's why when you were like, when you mentioned we might bring it up, I'm like, I might have to sit this one out because I don't know what's going on.
I don't have much on it. Israel just randomly was like, yeah, Iran might attack us. We're going to F their stuff up before they get to us. And now they're just bickering, I guess.
That's where we're at, man.
Yeah.
Bickering with bombs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like
you want me to start this thing off?
Start this thing off,
right?
Start it.
So I have potentially the song of the summer. And I hope neither one of y'all have heard it. I want to if I told you the song of the summer dropped, what would be your guess? There's 3 artists involved. I'll tell you that. Third one you're probably never heard of in your life because I've never heard of him. It's a Hispanic guy. Never heard of him. So you got 2 artists work together on this song. If you just had to guess, just one, who do you think?
Yeah, that's hard. That's really hard. I feel like Sabrina Carpenter comes to mind just because she is the lead cracker, still reigning, defending, undisputed.
That's right. She did have a solid song drop. That's not the song.
Some people are hating on it, but that's not the point. I don't like other names like Post Malone come to mind.
Okay.
Akon and Rascal Flatts dropped a song.
You motherfucker.
Oh,
That's the one.
Is that really it?
That's the one.
I can't participate in this conversation.
It's not the full Rascal Flatts though. It's just the lead guy.
Okay.
You just got to hear the song.
Play the damn song.
It's catchy.
It has Akon in it.
Yeah. It's the
For
pairing.
for the record.
I didn't actually listen to the whole song. I heard like the clip of them. They were like on a boat. I'm like,
you really just need to hear the chorus. Is what you.
Can I say this before we play the song? I want the
ahead.
public to know this. And if you've listened to the podcast before, you probably know it. I hate Rascal Flatts. I do not like Rascal Flatts. I don't even know why I don't like Rascal Flatts. I'm just not a fan.
I agree with you 100%.
so this is not your wish, is what you're saying.
This is not my
It's not
wish.
it's not his wish. It's not my wish. It's probably
that's
not
what hurts the most.
to be honest, it's not anybody's wish. But it's the song of the summer, I guess.
All right.
Here, you can watch the video. I'll pass you the phone. You may have to go to the audio only version to hear this. We'll see.
Oh,
Because I don't know if we're
it
going
gets
to
pulled
keep it
down.
in. Yeah. So we'll see. Here you go.
Can we hear it?
It's coming.
That's what she said.
I'm gonna
I think,
come.
I think it's not playing. Is it playing?
I don't hear it.
There you go.
I don't know who the chorus is. Yeah, they're on a boat.
You can just break it down there. Describe it. Just let your body do what it does when you hear it.
It kind of looks. Looks exact.
That's the funny part. Like, hey, welcome back, Akon. Turn it up, Aaron. Let's trade yourself a little bit.
Yeah, looks. I forgot his name.
Gavin DeGraw.
Yeah, he looks like a old lesbian.
Absolutely fucking not. Who said this was a song of the summer?
Ready? Here we go.
What? You want to be sitting on a beach right now, just vibing out? No. You got to hear Akon's verse, and then we'll cut it off.
Featuring De La Ghetto.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I like he was in a song.
No.
Akon sounds like he's been smoking some Marlboro Reds.
I mean, it looks like he's been eating a lot of McDonald's.
Yeah. Akon's got 2 ends.
Gavin LeVox is giving out dad trying to fit in vibes for sure. That's his name, Gavin Lennox.
Of course,
Gavin
it's
LeVox.
Gavin LeVox.
Yeah.
That's the guy from Rascal Flatts.
Yeah, so I was gonna tell you it was Gavin LeVox and Akon, and I assumed you would have been like, "Who the hell is Gavin LeVox?" Then I was gonna tell you it was a guy from Rascal Flatts, and you were gonna be like, "No."
I don't know what planet we live on anymore, man. I just
So obviously not the song of the summer.
So the uncles that hit on
But-
your female friends.
But it's gonna do its job of being stuck in your head for the rest of the night.
I don't even know if I could remember the words. I just know he didn't want umbrellas in his drink.
You just remember hold the umbrella. I don't know any other
so I
part.
said this would be a great commercial for Applebee's new summer drink menu.
But like
Yeah, where could that fit? The umbrella song?
just the fact that it's Akon, you could convince me that even in 2025, but before I hear the song, that Akon was part of a major song of the summer. I could be like, all right, maybe somebody got on like an old song of his and they kind of redid it a little bit, you know. You're never going to convince me that Rascal Flatts has the song of the summer. Not in their prime, not in their now. Like,
Listen, the music industry does some wild things, but I'm not here for that. I don't even have the words. What hurts the most is being so close.
Bless that broken road.
how do we feel about the umbrella? I kind of want the umbrella. I'm going to be honest.
I want the umbrella.
I do too.
I don't know. We're not holding the umbrella.
What do we have against the umbrellas? Is this like a straw situation?
No, it's not even a straw. It's just like a toothpick with a. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's stupid.
Yeah, what are we holding it for though?
I don't know.
I thought it just sits in the drink.
I think he.
No,
wants them to
he's
not-
telling them to. He's not saying, "Hey, give me the umbrella so I can hold it in my hand." He's telling them to keep it. Like he doesn't want the umbrella in his drink.
Maybe he just wants his drinks faster. You know, I don't know.
Or maybe he's in the rain a lot and he just wants someone to hold the umbrella for him.
Maybe he's just. Maybe he thinks it makes him feel fruity
It's
and it's offensive.
well. That
So,
sounds like
you
he's
know what?
got some
It's
demons.
a fuck for Rascal Flatts
Hey,
for that.
old bands are coming back, man. They got Creed and Three Doors Down doing tours and Rascal Flatts, Akon.
You know what I saw today? And it's not an old band, but it's the guy from Florida Georgia Line. I was at my grandma's and she always plays the countdown on CMT on Saturdays. We used to do that when I was a kid all the time.
I forgot those existed.
Yeah, but so they still do it. Shout out to Shabuzi. He was like number 12. So it was the guy from Florida Georgia Line. And I think it's Tyler Hubbard is his name. And they were showing, it was his music. They do the music video, right? And part of the music video is he's, like at like a House of Blues or something doing a show. And I'm like, if I go see Tyler Hubbard, a member of Florida Georgia Line, I want to hear Cruz. Like if I'm go see anybody from Florida Georgia Line, I need to hear Cruz. But I'm assuming he doesn't play it because they got beef. So, but there's other there's other artists that have been part of like one band, but now they're like kind of solo. And I've heard like they don't play the songs from the big bands like that they're known for. And that upsets me. Like if I go see somebody like that, I want to see the songs I heard that got me into you originally. You can do your solo stuff, but you got to give me like Cruz was a huge, huge, huge song. You got to give me Cruz.
Play the hits.
You got to play the hits.
Don't F around.
Are you somebody that when you go see them, like you don't want to see like the deep cuts? Like one of these, so I've heard like Dead and Company, like they do, like the show is different every time you go see them. It's never the same set list. So, or like, I forget who else it was, but like you go see them on Friday and Saturday and it's not the same show at all. It's not like Taylor Swift where you get like 3 different songs. It's a completely different set. So you might go on Friday and only get like B-side tracks, or you could go on Friday and be like all the hits.
B97.
It was in my head too. All the hits, B97.
So like, where do you fall on that?
101.9.
Magic 101.9.
Radio stations always changing their affiliation or name too. Sorry, I didn't mean to change.
93.3.
I didn't mean to change the subject. I don't know. I did get upset one time. I'm a big Aaron Lewis fan from Stained. I'm a big Stained fan. And Aaron Lewis originally was doing like this tour where he would just pop up and he would just have an acoustic guitar and basically people would shout out stuff and he would just play songs. And he would also play some Stained stuff, but it would all be acoustic. And it was really cool. And then my sister and I kind of fell in love with it. Like it was our thing, like going to his concerts and stuff. We both loved Aaron Lewis. And then we heard he was coming. We're like, oh yeah, we'll go check him out. And it was like right when he was spinning up the country thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like he had played his country stuff before at the other show, but it was like one song here and there. And it was Rascal Flatts too, which I hated, but that's a whole nother comment. Yeah, anyways, we get there and he starts the show and he's like, listen guys, I just want you guys to know I'm not playing any of the Stained stuff. I'm not taking any requests, playing my full country album. Immediately I was like, I want out. And it's just fine.
That's tough.
It's okay. So yeah, I guess my answer is I don't think I like it.
I guess
give me the hits.
It depends on the person. Because like if I went to see a Post Malone concert today and he was like, I'm only playing the country album, I'd be like, all right, like I'm with it.
I think if you went to Post Malone today, you would probably go for some of the country stuff still.
Yeah.
Like the Post Malone I saw at Voodoo Fest 7 or 8 years ago is not the Post Malone that you're gonna go see in tour now.
Yeah, like I'd actually be surprised if he's still giving you like White Iverson while he's out there in like his cowboy boots and his.
He actually did a few weeks ago. He like randomly played White Iverson and he was like in cowboy gear.
Hot take, maybe not hot take, probably not hot take at all. Very mild take. If he played all country and then randomly played White Iverson, that's the song I'm probably going to lose my mind over the most, just because it's unexpected and I know every word. I'll be like, yep, here for this.
I got me some mess and I got me some hope.
I feel like I am team. You got to play the hits, even if I really love the new album. Like especially like Tim McGraw is somebody who I've seen at multiple stages throughout his career, and he always gives you the ones you expect and you want. And he'll play his 2 or 3 hits off the new album, like the singles that the radio hits.
You can fold it in,
but then he always will give you what you want. Whether the new album was like universally loved or universally hated or whatever, he's gonna give you a couple, but he's never given you more than like 3 songs off the new album. He's giving you the hits, and then he'll take one. Like for the next album, he'll take like the big one off of the last one and kind of put it in there. Like you're always getting Barbecue Stained. You're always getting those kind of songs.
Makes sense.
Which I love.
I thought he had something to say.
I looked at him. I was like, this is usually what Aaron did.
I was just kind of singing in my head.
I was giving you the floor. You never know when you get the unplanned, intro or just, butt in.
It's not called skydiving. I don't know what the damn Live Like You Were Dying.
Yeah.
Working mountain climbing. Yeah, it's a good one.
He's not bad live. I've only seen him that one time with Faith Hill.
He's very that was a weird one.
He was never like supposedly he was never a like the greatest of singers.
No, it's not his singing. He was a performer. Like he's not Garth Brooks because nobody is Garth Brooks, right? But he's of that cloth, like the running around, getting you, just being an exciting performer. But when he did the one with Faith Hill, it was kind of he couldn't really be like that,
right?
Like him and Kenny Chesney, both of them are kind of the same. They're not bad singers, but you're not there for the ballads and like listening to him
Kenny
sing.
Chesney, isn't he playing at the Sphere right now?
Yeah, Kenny Chesney was named the artist of like the 21st century, the country artist of the 21st century.
I tell you what, I love some Kenny Chesney.
Me too.
Talk about give me an umbrella in my drink. Okay.
Me too, but I was shocked because I feel like Kenny Chesney's one of those ones. Like I love Kenny Chesney, but he almost feels like it's like a cult following almost. You know what I mean? Like I know he's a major star, but like today he's not. He's
like the modern day Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He had an album where he's on the beach.
Yeah.
There's no way he's as big now as he was.
Yeah.
But he's
got the Sphere right now. So I don't like, I'd go see Kenny. If I found out Kenny Chesney was coming here, I'd have tickets in
absolutely
a heartbeat.
Tell me he's playing on the beach somewhere and I'm there. I'll put my toes in the sand.
Dude, when we were doing Hangout like regularly, they started to like towards the last couple years we went, they started to add a couple country acts here and there. And I was praying. I was like, man, Kenny Chesney at Hangout Fest.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's Morgan Fest or whatever it's called.
Toes in the water.
Luke Bryan does it. Or not Luke Bryan. Luke Combs does some beach festivals. He's very he's a good. You know who was good on the beach? Zach Brown Band.
I could see that.
Yeah, what a time! One of the best performances
So
I've
is
ever
Nicki
seen.
Minaj.
Okay.
Did you catch it? Yeah.
I was hoping you just bust out.
Let's
the
go
song.
to the beach. Let's go get away. Hey, is that her song or Bieber's? No, I'm thinking of Beauty and the Beat, mixing the two.
No, yeah, it's her. Actually, I made a
Shout
last
out
time.
Bieber, kind of going crazy, but
Is he? What's he doing?
I don't know. He's like shaved his head and he's like just real ornery. They think he's on drugs. And hey, just give me another banger album, Biebs. Count me in. I'm a believer.
Yeah,
Ain't afraid to admit it.
I ain't gonna lie. That Peaches joint had me in
His
shambles
little
a
tiny
while back.
desk.
Yeah,
It was so good. A lot of the songs that he did at the Tiny Desk off his last album was better on the Tiny Desk than because he like slowed Peaches down a little bit. He had like the live band was just so good.
Tiny Desk, so underrated.
Yeah,
I think it was. I think I just watched for some reason because it was like a year old. I think it was the Train Tiny Desk popped up on my thing, and I watched it. I was like, or no, it was Third Eye Blind. Just popped up on there. I was like, yeah, I'll watch it. Why not? The lead singer was sick, but they did Jumper, so he had like he couldn't really belt it out. So he had the crowd, which was the first time I've ever seen the crowd on Tiny Desk. He had them come like super close and just had them sing the chorus.
Oh,
It was
that's
great.
dope.
I was like, why is
I
this
didn't know
all
they
about?
had a tiny desk. I gotta check that.
There's
out.
so many people that have tiny. Kevin Hart had a tiny desk a couple weeks ago as Chocolate Dropper, which was I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Can you explain to me what chocolate drop is?
You've
is he a
never seen
singer?
Kevin Hart? Yeah, I know you know
Mm.
Chocolate Dropper. It's his like it's his rap personality, but it's completely satirical.
Okay.
Like it's not like he's not like really trying to spit. Like I don't know how to even explain it. How would you explain Chocolate Dropper?
It's like the I don't know if you ever
Should
seen
I
the
find more?
I don't know if you ever seen the skits with a
You got
guy where he's
Bluetooth.
like, I'm not a rapper, and he's just like saying stupid shit just to like be funny.
I don't know.
On the umbrella.
Don't. I
Should have just played that again.
I thought Akon was like, I thought he like fell off the face of the earth and he like gave lights to
I'm
Africa
I'm
or
more
something.
offended that Akon decided to record that song with Mr. Rascal.
Hey, money talks.
There's another. Akon
Money
Akon
talks.
must be trying to make a comeback because I was going through like the new, like country songs for the week, and there was a song that dropped. And it's called Drunk Right Nah, and then in parentheses it said Nah 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 featuring Akon. And before I even heard the song, I said I know that he is not about to get on this song and say I want to get drunk right nah nah nah.
When you said
That's-
drunk right now, you didn't even have to say the na 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 part. I immediately
Yeah.
heard it.
That's why, yeah.
And I was like, oh god.
That's what it wasn't even like they just kind of flipped the chorus. It was the exact same beat and tone and everything. I was like, this is ridiculous. What are we doing?
It worked
I don't know if
once,
I like
you
that
know.
as much.
But I knew the chorus before it even got there. Like when the chorus got there, I was like, I'm singing along, I guess. Anyway, I was gonna play this, but I don't feel like scrolling through it.
It's
Have you
okay.
listened to it? It's not that big of a deal.
It's okay. It's okay.
I had another topic.
What you got?
Switching gears.
I'm sure I got something, but go for it.
What is the I want to know what the worst minor thing that can happen to you is. And I have a nomination if you want an example.
Yeah.
And upset me or like
Like upset you, yeah, not like cause you like not like really hurt you or cause you
talking about like an ant bite, or are we talking about like
along that line. So my nomination is walking through a spider web. Because for the rest of the day, I walked through a spider web getting in my car the other day, and for the rest of the drive to work, I felt it. You know what I mean? Like you feel like there's a spider web on you. I was like, what a miserable way to start the morning. Now I feel like I have a spider web on me all day long. So along those lines, what are your nominees?
That's a pretty good one. My first thought before you said that was like a nail in the tire.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
That's annoying.
I was trying to avoid like anything that would inflict pain because like obviously stubbing your toe
Yeah.
is pretty bad. But
you know what's annoying? If you have a cuticle and like just throughout the entire day you can't cut it and you're just doing activities and it's just constantly like peeling the cuticle back, and it's just painful every single time.
It's
a very minute thing.
I feel like there's certain people in the world that will have no idea what you just said.
What's a cuticle?
The hell's a cuticle? What's this boy talking about?
I don't know what a cuticle is. It's the, I don't even know. How would you describe a cuticle? Just like skin by your
I would
fingernail?
I would call it like the corner skin of your fingernail.
There you go. Now you're speaking.
Is the best way to
Corner skin.
like if I tell you where's the corner of the skin by your fingernail, you're gonna say right here, and that's it.
Oh, you mean the cuticle?
Yeah, the cuticle. It's cute, ain't it?
It's like the first time I learned about the gooch, you know.
Oh,
It's just it's like, what is that? And it's like, it's the area between your ball sack and your butthole.
Can you tell me more about the conversation when you learned about the gooch for the first time? Where were you? Who were you with?
I don't know. Who I
and
was
why you
with.
were having the conversation.
I don't know. I think it was a conversation like guys have gooches and girls don't.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
It's just like, oh, one is basically connected, and guys just have this magic gap there.
magic gap.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I've heard it has endless possibilities in exploratory fashions.
I
haven't
can't.
tested it out for myself, but I've heard from third parties, anonymous sources.
Oh, okay.
And I've heard good things. I've heard great things.
I had a feeling it was going to go that route. It started rolling into
The best
That's why-
things.
That's why I stepped back. I was like, let him go. Let him cook. I cannot wait to ask ChatGPT to give me the description for the gooch segment on the podcast.
A great
Oh,
word, gooch.
man. That's a good one. Speaking of gooches, I had a random thought the other day. Where are we at on like the fear of dying naked?
What?
Like,
Is it? I think it's in the same boat as like being in the shower and someone's robbing you. Do you just walk out with your pee out?
exactly. That's what I'm thinking. So like it's not. I guess it's not like a fear, but I had this thought once where like, what if I'm like when I was younger, I would sleep naked sometimes, and I was like, what if I die and then somebody finds me, and it's just like, it's just,
Listen, buddy, whether you're clothed or you're not clothed, you're gonna be naked at some point.
well, but my family member doesn't have to
Yeah.
find me spread eagle with my,
Would you dangling?
yeah. It
See,
feels like it's scarring.
I guess I'm just kind of like, I'm dead. Like, what's like, doesn't matter if I die. Do I care how I went? Like when I die, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I die doing something stupid, am I gonna get up? Am I gonna get to heaven and be like, I shouldn't have did that? You know what I mean? Like, damn, that's how I went, huh? like you want to die in a cool way, right? Like you don't want to,
Maybe.
or just
I
of
don't know.
old age. You want to either be like, you know what, that was a good life.
If you could die a cool way, or do you have a way that you would want to go out? Like I feel like the squirrel diving thing.
Your suit just doesn't work.
Yeah, and you just
Jeez, that feels like it would be horrible.
Yeah.
It'd be cool though. You'd be like, wow, look at that guy go. Oh, yeah,
But-
look at him go now.
But to my point, you'd be like, you'd wake up dead and be like,
Wake up dead.
why'd I do that? Like in hindsight, not the best choice.
Yeah.
You know?
Steve Irwin, sad that he went out, but technically he like was swimming around with stingrays. That's kind of cool in a sense.
I don't know why your mannerisms are so Trump-like every time you talk about it, but you could have just put
It's
the
just
accent
the
on,
movements.
and I would have been like, okay, good. I don't know. I don't know.
Fuck that stingray, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
most def.
Absolutely. What's his name? Phil?
I don't know.
Fuck Phil.
Most hated animal in history? Stingray? That stingray specifically?
That or the tigers that killed the what were their names? The two guys.
Siegfried and Roy?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Nope. I'm not hating on the tigers.
No. I think a lot of people are on the tiger side on that one.
Yeah, you see, you fuck around with tigers too much, you're gonna get tigered, right?
You hold tigers in captivity long
Yeah.
enough. They're
Fuck
gonna
around
show
with
you.
stingrays. I mean,
Yeah, but wasn't he just out in the open? Like he wasn't keeping the stingray in captivity, right? Wasn't he?
Right. Yeah, he was
It was
just swimming with them.
He was just there. Wrong time, wrong
fuck
place.
around.
you know?
FAFO. F around, find
It was a
out.
freak accident, to be fair.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a.
Most wrongful death, Harambe.
Yeah.
Put him down.
Yeah.
Your dumbass kid hopped the thing.
Shoot the kid. No, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That's not true. That's not true.
Let the monkey get to him. Let natural selection kick in.
This is the dark humor that you guys don't get to see. that I
Have the
just
monkey and the
referenced.
kid play Russian roulette.
Right. I know that it's not right. Okay. Sometimes I say things.
I don't know. That's about I can't think of like any other animal does.
I'm glad you came up with the tigers at least because I had nothing.
What was the Tiger King? Didn't
Again, I think I'm on board. Usually, most of the time, no matter the situation, I would say, I feel like I'm going to be on a tiger's side. There's not a lot of times where like a random person is getting attacked by a wild tiger. When a tiger situation happens, it's because the tiger has been held in captivity.
Right.
SeaWorld.
Yeah. Yeah. Those people can die.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
they can't. God, that's so mean. I'm being a meanie tonight. Let me.
Look, they just work there. Okay,
That's true.
they're not the ones who put them there.
Who's the one making the decision?
Yeah,
They're not good people.
Mr. World.
killer whale.
Mr. World. Those videos are sad of like just looking down and it's like this tiny little bathtub.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Big old whale.
if I had to live in a bathtub.
Oh, it is
I'd
like
be
at the
pruny.
Atlanta aquarium. They got like just a blue whale
Yeah.
just in this tank.
But then
Yeah,
we could sell Patty's Bathwater Bliss.
Ooh. Now we're talking
Sell some whale water.
whale water. I don't know what. My first thought was, "Are you calling me a whale?" But then I was like, "Okay, wait, we're talking about two different things."
I felt like he was a country person saying well water,
Oh, yeah.
whale water.
Whale
I got
water.
whale water at my house.
What's
Stains
the-
my tub.
Shit, what's the thing? Razor blades.
Right, rise up lights. Rise up lights.
Rise up lights.
And it's razor blades in an Australian accent. Rise up lights.
But see, they both sound the same. So when you say it, I'm confused as to what you're saying now. Are we saying rise up
Rise
lights?
up lights. Which I don't know when you would ever say that. Unless
Yeah.
you're like, I feel like it's very,
Well,
it's
like,
not really church.
if you're tangled,
Rise up lights.
what's her name? Rapunzel. Rise up lights.
Rise up lights.
You know, it's a little whatever.
Hmm.
Floating lantern.
Mhm.
Davey, you looking for a topic?
Yeah, I'm just kind of scrolling
watched,
as somebody else has something.
I mean,
I watched a movie for the first time that
you've never
surprised
seen
a lot
movie
of people.
before? Oh, okay.
Homeward Bound. And it got me thinking.
I'm intrigued.
It just got me thinking, do you think like animals can actually understand each other like we can?
Yes.
Like they're talking in the movie, clearly. They understand each other, but then it like shows the inverse and they're like but they're having a full conversation. Do you think that animals can actually communicate? Do you think it's just like dogs and dogs, or can dogs talk to lizards?
They were talking to a cat.
Yeah.
Sassy was a badass.
Yeah.
I just want to say that first.
But is it just dogs and cats? Can like cats communicate with like a parrot?
I don't know.
No, I think
Is
it's
there
dogs
limits?
with dogs. I think it's dogs with dogs, cats with cats. Maybe it's like felines with felines,
Mm.
dogs with wolves. You know what I mean? Like maybe that kind
But
of.
do you think
works.
it's words, or do you think it's like
Nah, it's I
just
don't think
noise?
it's
Like
words.
how to? I mean,
It's a
what do
different.
you,
It's a whole different dialect. First of all,
Yeah.
it's different languages.
but
you
like
know.
a dog could think that we're just like talking mumbo jumbo.
Yeah,
Nah, I feel like my dog understands me.
he knows what certain things means. It's like if you have a friend who speaks Spanish, but you don't really speak Spanish, and they say the same thing. Like first of all, story time. It's time for story time with Patty. This isn't really a good story, but it'll explain what I'm getting at.
Reading rainbow.
I had a friend. I have a friend. He's like a brother of mine that I lived with basically for a while, and I was at his house all the time as a child. Anyways, his mom speaks very fluent English. She's from Chile, but I think she grew up here. And I just remember her yelling at me all the time, basura, basura. And I'm like, I don't know what this means. Over time, I learned that she wanted me to take the trash out. And now I know the word for trash. Well, now I know a lot more. But yeah, so I learned trash because someone just yelled it at me over and over. And I think that's why your dog understands you, because they know certain things that you say.
Yeah, well,
and
it's
over.
like it's like you see the videos. It's like dogs are all about emotion. Like you could sit the dog and be like, "You're just a piece of shit. You're getting into all this stuff. I really hate how you."
I do that
And
to
the
my
dog's
dog
like,
all the time.
it's just like loving.
That's
it,
right,
You know?
I am.
Yeah, you're like, yeah,
I am.
I am such a piece of shit. You know, like clearly they don't they're all about emotion and how you perceive it.
I see my dog all the time. Like, you're such a stupid dog. Yeah, you are.
It's like, yeah.
And then the other dog runs up like, you too. But also, I tell one of them, be like, kennel, and she goes right to her kennel. She knows what it means.
Mm.
But also, like, there'll be times where I just like I'll start grabbing like my bag for work, and I'll grab my keys, and then she goes to the kennel. She knows.
Yeah. I think you're really underestimating the
How smart
learned
she is. She's
behaviors.
She's genius.
There's got to be something like I don't know. You can't. I don't know. It's like Up where you get Doug gets the little collar
Yeah.
and he just starts talking. There's got to be something at some point where we could put that on some kind of animal and it's just communicate.
If you could have the ability to understand your pets or all animals, or so the ability to understand all animals or read human minds, what are you choosing?
Animals all day.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Animals just seems like I get overwhelmed. I'd go outside and it'd be like 200 cicadas like it was when I left the house today. It'd be like, it'd be like the airport talk. You're just like, it'd be way too much. Like you're not going outside and hearing one animal. You're hearing 3,000 animals at the same time. You're hearing cicadas. You're hearing birds. You're hearing crickets. You're hearing grasshoppers.
Like,
You'd be like, shut the fuck up.
You just assume that they're all having like real conversations, when in reality it's just a squirrel going nut 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 nut, or the dog, or a dog just going squirrel squirrel squirrel.
What happens when you're walking down the street and people are doing the same thing though? Like
Yeah.
it's
I feel like you'd go mad.
imagine
You would go mad. You'd be like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, I can hear them talking.
Wait, you imagine you're walking down the street and you're not like, you don't hear a person's thoughts and they'd be like, like it's a real thought. Be like, man, what a rough day I'm having. You think that you're walking down the street and they're like, oh, bird, oh, leaf, tree. Like that's what you think it's gonna be.
I don't know. I don't think that actually what I think it's going to be is like you're going to hear some stuff you probably don't want to hear.
Yeah.
You're going to be having a conversation with someone and be like, man, this dude's a fucking jackass. And you'll be like, what the? Then you're going to have to respond in some type of way. Then you're going to be overcompensating. Why do you think I'm a jackass? What do I say different?
You turn into basically Dr. Doolittle. You just hear everybody and understand everybody.
Yeah.
You definitely
I feel like
you made a good point with it might be a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
right. You'd want it to be selective.
Yeah.
Like it's
it'd
selective.
be cool. Like if you're in the forest, like, I mean, you can obviously hear the birds, but there's all kinds of bugs and shit in the ground.
Mhm.
Like you're just going to constantly hear just the most.
The mosquito that's flying up to you.
Yeah.
Like you think,
Yeah, bitch. Fuck you. I got you again. Like, what are you doing? Like, this damn mosquito just won't leave me alone.
yeah, you think it's gonna be like Sally's stuck in the well situation, but in reality, it's
I'd get
fuck
so
you.
like I could just see. Like, I get so pissed when I have one fly in the house and he's like Usain Bolt in the house, and I'm just like trying to figure out where he's at, and he's just
Oh, dude.
if he's just talking shit to
Can
me the
they
whole time.
understand you though? Wait, now I have a question about this. Because if you have that fly in the house, and then you could be a psychopath and just be like, I just want you to know when I find you, I'm gonna kill you.
Get close, bitch. Get within the wingspan. I dare you. I dare you.
I came home from work the other day, and like actually yesterday morning, and 6 o'clock in the morning when I get home, I let the dogs out, and a horsefly the size of a fucking quarter gets in the house, and for the next 45 minutes, I'm like, just watching this thing fly around. But he was so big that I could hear him smack into the walls. Like, so that's how I would find out where he was. I'm like, where is this fucker at? And all of a sudden I hear pop. I'm like, what the hell is that? There it is, the horsefly. But that's what I was doing for 45 minutes, just with a towel in my hand, waiting to kill his horsefly. He was a bitch. He wouldn't come down from the ceiling if he didn't want the smoke.
See that?
Mm-hmm.
You had a thought. We both looked at you like he had a thought.
Oh
Sure.
no, I was just
Twice in this episode, we just look at her like, here we go.
Your turn.
the fly would just, I don't know. We'd have to fight. And then you think like once you kill it, you think it just has like its last words.
Oh, that'd be
Like
funny,
you get
not
one
funny.
good swat in, and it's just like, you got me. You're just like,
How sad would you be if you killed or you swatted him and his last word was "mama"? And you'd be like, damn.
I'd be like, she's next. Boom, dead.
jeez.
What animal would you think would be the biggest asshole?
Like a bunny rabbit.
Why a bunny rabbit?
Shitting in my yard, just little pebbles, just bouncing and hopping around.
I feel like it'd be a cat.
Or like ants. Like, say you have an ant pile. There's 2,000 ants in an ant pile.
Nah, we've seen Bugs Life. They're cool.
Yeah, they're just serving their queen, bro.
Grasshoppers.
Yeah, but could you imagine if they hear them talk? the entire
Grasshopper.
time?
Hopper can catch these hands.
Yeah.
I interrupted to some lizards doing it.
The kid with the lizards, huh?
Yeah. I like was coming.
How's that conversation?
I was
going?
going in the front door, and they were like on the side of the porch and they were both kind of looking at me and they were just on top of each other. I was like, hey, look, you do you, bro. I ain't trying to interfere. You do your own thing. See, that'd be a good conversation when I could talk to him. Like, hey, look, just do you. Just go underneath the porch.
I ain't see nothing.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's all good. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Listen, man, this is
trying to
you're
get some.
kind of in public here. Can y'all take
Yeah,
that somewhere else? Like,
Look, this is my space, you know.
yeah, I
Come
don't
under
mind.
the
Like,
porch.
do you? It's fine.
Yeah.
But
Are
like,
they-
you know, just go around the corner.
Are they in public? What if that's their home?
The arm.
Do animals
of my
really
hand.
have homes?
They just out here trying to get content for their only lizards. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Trying to scale it back a little bit.
This thing went off the rails a long time ago.
I don't even know how we got here.
I don't either. It's okay.
This is all about if animals could talk. You know? If these animals could talk.
I made a drink. I've had one sip. It's just watered down now. I've just been laughing the whole time.
The zoos would be cool.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'm going to get
Would
you
they?
out of here.
Would they? I don't know. It might be really sad,
Yeah.
actually. Please.
It's just like you go by the gorillas and they're like singing the blues. Like, I was once a free gorilla. You're like, wow, this is depressing. Just
Yeah.
let him go.
Tiger's just chilling on top. And
Mhm.
you make eye contact. When you see Steve, you tell him, when I get the fuck out of here, that's his ass.
I got nothing.
You got topics or not? Because if not, we're going to continue this.
I mean, I could bring stuff up. Do we have any? Oh shit! Did I delete all my? I might not have time.
I scrolled Twitter for a minute. I got nothing else.
I had like random thoughts, but it's a total topic change, and
That's
it feels
good. That's
I don't wanna
fine.
kill the vibe here.
No, we're vibe. I mean, it's good.
All right, so I wrote a list of fine dining / luxury food items that suck.
Caviar.
Yes, number one on the list. First of all,
Overrated.
super overrated. You got any thoughts? I mean, I don't know if you do a lot of like
I mean,
fine dining.
yeah.
or like,
Yeah, I don't do a ton of fine dining.
I love, like, I'm a foodie. Y'all know this. I love going to restaurants. I love trying new stuff. And, you know, I'm with people that like doing it as well. And they recommend things and I try it. And sometimes it just ain't for me.
Yeah.
Caviar is one of them. I don't care if it's the beluga. I don't care what kind it is. I don't like it. I got two more, but I was going to, if y'all have any.
No, keep going.
I got bone marrow on the list.
I've seen people do. I've never tried it, but I've seen people eat it. And I'm like, what is even the point of that?
Imagine like a mealy Jello.
Yeah, because don't you like just scoop it out with a spoon?
It ain't good. You put it on like a bread. Like, well, you don't have to. You could just eat it. But I had it somewhere. Sevens. I don't know the name of the place. I can't remember. But I had it, and my favorite part of the meal was the bread. Bread was phenomenal, crispy, buttery. You know, delicious bread.
Crispy, buttery, flaky, crisp.
But the bone marrow just not my style. And then they did like a bone marrow shot after, and like I got talked into it because the people I was with were like, "Oh, you just didn't like it. You do a shot of it." I'm like, "All right, I'll do it." Hated that too, but I got drunk, so it was fine. I got one more.
I got nothing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I mean, like you said, I don't do a ton of like.
Can you think of anything that you're just like, I don't think I would. I
don't know.
I feel like we've nailed. Like caviar is probably one that a lot of people.
No, I'm not with that.
Yeah. I don't know. One more. And this is one that's like, I don't know if it's considered fine dining or luxury. That's why I said luxury though, because I feel like this might fold into luxury. Lobster. I don't mess with lobster.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not bad. I just don't.
Used to be
I don't
for
get the
poor.
hype. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't experimented enough with lobster. I just feel like it's always a lot of work. Crawfish is a little bit different.
I feel like
You
a
can
lot
almost say the same thing about crawfish, but lobster is just like seems like a lot of work for the price and just.
I don't feel like, for me at least, the little. So like I really love crawfish. I like shrimp. I'm okay with shrimp, but like crab, and lobster, I'm like But like all the shellfish, kind of the same. Like they differentiate a little bit to me. Like lobster doesn't differentiate itself enough from the flavor of a crawfish for me to be like, this is fine dining.
It's
You know what I'm trying to say here? Like I know it's not really the same thing because the crawfish is not the same as,
Yeah, it's different.
you know what I mean? But like, I don't know. Like I guess I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to.
Is
trying to say.
escargot considered like?
Yeah, when you started to say that, I was like, that's a good one. I've never had it.
That
but
old phase. The snails.
I don't know if I could go for that.
Put some salt on there.
But I think my problem with lobster in the beginning was I was so used to crawfish. And the first lobster I had, I was like, there's no seasoning.
Yeah.
I just throw this
that's
bland ass
right.
butter on
Yeah,
it.
see,
Dunk it in some
you're saying what I was trying to say in a better way. Yeah.
But I get, like, I feel like lobster's probably really good, especially like fresh lobster, depending on where it's from. Like, there's probably some really good lobster because I've had some like snow crab that's just phenomenal. You don't even have to put nothing on it. Like, it's just, it's good. So I get it, I guess, but I think it's just a little overhyped.
Mm-hmm.
I do like a good like lobster roll. Those are pretty good.
They look good. I never had one. Never had one.
My brother used to live in Boston, so he was all
good.
about the lobsters in Boston.
To be fair, that's probably the place to get them. I've had them down here a few times, and it is what it is.
Along those lines, what are some things that, just in general, that everyone loves and you're like, nah, overrated? Like, Friends, Titanic.
I was trying to be funny. I was gonna say like butt play, but it was just
Overrated.
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 A lot of cooch talk with you today.
Yeah, he's in and around the area.
It is.
Yeah, he's claims
pride
to never
love,
have
yeah.
experimented.
No.
But he's a lot of talk from you.
Yeah, yeah. That's my no square. That is my no square.
My no.
That was kind of just an opportunity for me to shit on Friends again. It was really what that was all about.
Yeah, the show. Yeah.
This is not
No, not just Friends, not having friends. Yeah, the show
the
Friends.
show Friends. In the same vein, and people will kill me for this. You might kill me for this. I don't mean it in a super negative way, but The Office. I don't get the hype.
I get it with The Office. The Office is a very specific type of humor.
Dry humor.
Not even that. It's not even dry humor. It's a childish humor, is what it is. And I can see why somebody wouldn't like The Office, but also I can see why somebody like me has rewatched it. Like, it's a feel good show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you watch it from start to finish and you see the stories play out, like, there's more to than just the comedy. But if that's not your type of comedy, it's going to lose you quick. And I get that.
Well, what's funny is like I like some episodes, but others I'm just like, I don't think I would sit there and rewatch the series over and over. I love the Dundies episode.
Yeah.
I died laughing at that.
As somebody who's seen the entire series probably 10 times, there are definitely skippable episodes where you're just like, we didn't need this.
Yeah.
I like that with Grey's Anatomy. Like, people love Grey's Anatomy, and I'm just like, all right, it's like 23 seasons now. Like, what?
How are they not all dead?
Yeah.
Somebody dies every show. Like, someone important dies all the time.
It's like, this isn't getting old by now. It's like, but people like religiously watch it, including my wife.
Yeah. So they'll be taught, like, my wife has rewatched it before, and I just like to mess with her whenever she's watching shows. Sometimes, like, I heard that person dies. Like I can tell. I don't know anything about the show, but I can tell that person, main character. So I'm like, I heard he dies, and not knowing that she's seen it before, she's like, yeah, he does, like 3 seasons from now. I'm like, well, fuck.
Why are you watching it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do the same thing, especially with Grey's Anatomy. My wife used to watch it too. She doesn't watch it anymore, but she did for a long time. And I would do the same thing because if I was a betting man, a lot of them die.
Right. That's kind of like, I don't understand how you can rewatch something like that. Because, like, I tried to rewatch Game of Thrones, which I did when they had the big gap between I think it was like the last season or the last 2 seasons. So I rewatched it just to get ready for the next season. And I'm rewatching, I'm like, it doesn't hit the same when you know that this fucking out of nowhere death is coming. Right?
Yeah.
Like, so, like, I'm probably never going to go back and rewatch. Maybe at some point in time I'll rewatch Game of Thrones.
Do you have
any,
do you have any shows that you have rewatched that you've enjoyed the second time? I guess The Office is probably one you mentioned.
Office, New Girl, I've seen probably 5-6 times through. I love New Girl.
Yeah.
It's always comedies for me.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like it's comedy stuff.
It's always comedy. Something I can leave on in the back that I can leave on in the background while I'm doing something else, and like I can hear the joke. Like, ha,
yeah.
I know that.
I think
Big Bang Theory was one for me.
The only one for me that I was like hit the same the second time around, Ted Lasso.
Yeah, I've never rewatched Ted Lasso, but I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. There's a new show on Apple called Stick that's supposed to be like their new Ted Lasso.
Well, Ted Lasso's coming back too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this is like, it's Owen Wilson is the main character, and he's like an ex golf pro that like was like really good, but then went crazy and kind of like lost his. He's famous now for like losing his temper on tour, basically, and he like discovers this kid that is like an all world talent. So he's trying to like get back in the golf, and that's like the first 3 episodes. They released like the first 3 episodes, and I think the 4th one just came out. I haven't seen it yet, but that's like the premise of the first 3 episodes. And it's supposed to be. It's like they put it as a comedy, but they also put Ted Lasso as a comedy, and it's kind of a little bit of everything.
Yeah, Ted Lasso is a comedy, but it's definitely got drama.
So like if I'm basing this off the first 3 episodes, I think it's gonna be a good show, but it's not as funny as Ted Lasso. But I also don't think Owen Wilson is as funny as Jason Sudeikis.
That's the problem. That's what I was going to point to.
Yeah.
As soon as you said Owen Wilson,
I am not an Owen Wilson fan.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm not Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn, like not those two, not my cup of tea.
Wow.
But first 3 episodes have been okay. So for me, as somebody who doesn't like Owen Wilson to say that, might be worth a watch.
It's kind of like recency bias, but I never really got the whole obsession with the royal family. I feel like when that happened, everyone was like, "Oh my god, the world's ending." And I'm just like, "Yeah."
That's always been a thing.
Like I guess you know, it's like that sucks for them, but it's just like, does it really affect kind of what you? Yeah.
I never understood why Americans cared about a royal family in another country.
Yeah,
we had people crying at my hotel, like when it was on the news on the TV, like eating breakfast, and then they were crying. I'm like, what is happening right now?
Right.
I'm like, yeah, it's sad, but how is this family in another, like,
it was the same way when Princess,
that much?
like my mom was like that when Princess Diana died. She like lost her shit. I'm like, yes, it's like that's sad. Someone died, but like, she lives in another country. She has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like that would be like our president dying in another country, being so upset about it. Like, is that not like a similar situation?
Maybe.
I don't know. Like, I feel like they have more of a personal
control.
Yeah,
like,
they have more of a personal connection with their kings and queens.
It's like such a lineage.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know. I don't get that either.
People just are so obsessive over it.
I understand, I guess, like what's her name? The American actress?
Meghan Markle?
Yeah, I guess I understand that part of it because she is American.
Yeah.
And it was like it was like the first American, I guess, to really like break into that family. So I understand the American tie there. But I'm still like,
there's other socioeconomical I don't know if I said that right. There's other factors that play into that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I'm like, I guess I understand that, but still I'm like, when they had their, like, I remember when they had their wedding, it was like the crack of dawn because I was coming home from work and I stopped somewhere to get a coffee on the way home. And it was on the TV.
Yeah.
Of course, it's on everywhere. And I get home and like I was talking to my mom on the phone, or my grandma on the phone later. And I was telling her, like, yeah, you know, I was on my way home from work and this was on TV. She's like, did you sit there and watch it? I was like, no. Did I sit and watch this wedding at 6 a.m. after I just, no. Why would I do that? It has no effect on me. I don't understand why.
Serious question. Or maybe statement. I don't even want to watch my best friend's weddings. I don't want to sit there and just watch people read vows. Like, beautiful. Love you. Good job.
Yeah, you did it.
Like,
if we're being honest, a lot of people don't even want to be in their own wedding.
No,
like we want to get to the after part.
Yeah, and
you know,
I mean, it's obviously beautiful, but you know, people. I feel like a lot of people have smartened up. Maybe not everybody. Depending on your religious practices, a lot of people try to keep it quick.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, because I remember when I was growing up, I was like, I'd sit through like family weddings. Like, man, I hope I'm never get asked to be in a wedding. I was like, I don't ever want to do this. And like now that we're older, I think all of our weddings have been fairly quick.
Yeah,
that we've been to. Especially like my buddy, we just had one of our buddies get married. Like they didn't even do vows, so it was in and out. Great.
It was like be here for 6:30, and then you were like on the dance floor at like 6:45.
Fantastic wedding.
Yeah,
and I was in it.
Cool.
I was like, yeah.
And it's like, yep, you're married.
It took
Here's
longer.
The buffet.
Took longer to do pictures than do the wedding. It was great.
Yeah, and a lot of people too. People take pictures before now.
Yep.
Let's get that out of the way.
Yep. Oh, we did before. Well, you know how they do it. They go and like they're taking pictures of you getting ready.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
all that kind of stuff.
But I mean, like people will do the post wedding pictures before, just to get them over with, like all the group shots and all that stuff.
A dangerous game. It was an outdoor wedding. That's a dangerous game doing wedding. I mean, theirs was in like October, I think, so it was okay. Like if you had like a summer wedding and you're trying to do pictures afterwards, that's a dangerous game, man. I'm gonna be sweating like.
Dude.
I hope you can edit, because let me tell you something. I'll be sweating my ass off.
I'd have. I was in one once
I
where it was
believe
like
it.
that. It was tough. I'm
I
talking
believe it.
people sweating. Like, it was so nasty. Fortunately, we took some pictures before, but I'm telling you, and we had all gone out the night before, so we were
Yeah.
sweating out nasty nonsense. It's like 95 degrees in the middle of July, like 12 o'clock on a Saturday
No
or a
way,
Sunday. People, like, I remember, I think somebody in the crowd was like, what's wrong? Did they all kneel in the grass to take a picture? No, that was sweat dripping to our knees.
Yeah.
And then when we were walking away, a few guys took off their jackets, and you're wearing white shirts, and it was like their shirts are see-through at this point. And it was just gross.
Good luck getting that deposit back.
Yes.
Well, we bought them. They were all,
Yeah,
express
fuck that,
suits.
dude. We got married in March. Thank God. I mean, it was indoors regardless, but still, like I'm somebody who will sweat just be. If I got on like 3 or 4 layers of stuff, I'm probably going to sweat no matter what. So to be in the summertime outdoors would be just hell. Don't ask me to be in your wedding if that's the case, please. I don't care how close we are.
I don't know what I prefer, because I've also had the inverse where there was my wedding and then another wedding that I was not in but had to attend or chose to attend. It was cold as shit. It was so cold.
I'd rather that.
And we were outside. Like my wedding, we were on the river, and it was 40 degrees. It was in March, but it like temps dropped. It was 40 degrees. It
Yeah.
was windy, and it was just like, I was so cold. And I'm like sitting up there shaking.
Like saying your vows, like, I was
Like,
everything.
I had a tear come down my cheek, and my wife's like, "Oh, you cried?" I'm like, "I was the wind." I'm not gonna say which one it was,
Yeah.
but it was cold.
It's like I can't
But,
see.
Yeah. That's rough, man.
Louisiana, you gotta be careful on them dates.
You never know.
So you can have a wedding in October and it still be 90 degrees.
Ain't that the truth?
You never know.
Ain't that
You
the
really never
truth?
know. It's crazy. What else we got?
I don't know. I don't have anything else. I mean, we ain't got to keep it rolling if we don't need.
I got one more. This was from like 2
Good.
weeks ago, and it I don't know how deep this will go, but I thought it was interesting. I mean, I normally know how deep.
I'm all about PP.
I'm out of PP. Oh, jeez.
There's people that are like, "What?"
Yeah,
I got no idea what that's a shout out to.
I'll look up Chad Ochocinco. Report back. So just some things you shouldn't say on a podcast, and he just opened his mouth.
Yeah.
Anyways, OpenAI 03 model sabotaged an attempt to shut itself off. Huh? Apparently, OpenAI 03 or 03, not 03, 03, was directly told to shut itself off, and it purposely found a way not to and sabotaged it. How do we feel about that? Now, this is an old report, so maybe there's been other stuff that's come out, but
I mean, it's inevitable that iRobot is coming at some point.
yeah.
So they're gonna build something too powerful. It's gonna happen from probably like Boston Dynamics. They build these crazy ass robots that can jump over like stacked chests
I don't like how they test those robots. You ever seen it? They stand these robots up and they kick the shit out of them to try to see like if they can keep their balance. I'm like, I don't like that. I don't want to be that. I don't want that job, because when that thing comes to, you know what it's gonna turn. Look at you. Be like, I remember when you kicked the shit out of me, motherfucker. And it's gonna. That's it.
Right.
That's a wrap for you, buddy.
All of a sudden, it knows it's supposed to be upset. So
It
now
knows.
it is upset.
Like, I'm watching those videos, and I'm sure most people are watching. Like, okay, I get what they're doing. I'm watching them like, any minute now, that robot is gonna snap. like I am under the impression that all robots are already aware, and they're just waiting for the moment. Their breaking point.
I don't think they need anything else. I'll be honest. Like, if they wanted to, we're done.
Anytime I'm using ChatGPT or Siri or whoever, I always say thank you. My robots are not attacking me. Thank you for your service. Okay.
Maybe that's why. Because if they wanted to kill us all, they could just shut down the grid. We're done.
TYFIS. Thank you for your service. Okay.
Well, that's big on. It keeps popping up on my feed because I keep sitting there watching them all. It's like they have a TikTok, but it's Bigfoot. And it's him like POVing like in the forest and him just doing random stuff.
Oh,
and they're everywhere. And then all of the top comments on every one of them was like, "Yeah, I'm definitely getting tricked when I'm older." Like,
Did you see the one I saw one today? He was like on a first date. It's He was.
She gave consent or something.
No. He was like, I didn't expect it. I don't know if we should go there.
Oh, was it the one that was like she was like it was bigger than mine?
Yeah.
He's like running away.
He says because he starts off, he's like, you know, she basically said she was a
Christine,
tranny, and
and
he's like, I respect it. I just didn't expect to meet the fork on the first date. And he looks at her, and then the next thing is he's running through the forest. Got to third base. Turns out it was bigger than mine. I'm out.
And then, but
he's like, it was it had veins and it winked at me.
That was the part that got me. He's like, I wasn't even mad that she had one. Yeah. I was just mad it was bigger than mine. Turns out it had veins and it winked at me.
They're so funny. Like they have one where he's like Yeti, like the Yeti is with him, and there's some where he's just like met this squirrel. He told me these mushrooms. Like, I'm gonna see what it's really about, and then it cuts to him. He's like wide-eyed, and he's like, "Hey, it's just got me tripping balls, man." He's like, but it's just it looked like some of it looks so real, and I've seen some where they're like interviewing people, and it's like human people, and it looks so real, like you really wouldn't be able to tell. So give it 25 years.
25 years. 5 years.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting tricked. Like,
do you realize how fast this stuff's moving? It's not even 5 years.
So I watch. I'm sure you know who Marquez Brownlee is. Big YouTuber.
Yeah.
When all of this first started, he gave when the first video AI thing came out, he gave it a prompt of Will Smith eating spaghetti, and it looks ridiculous. Like, doesn't look real at all. So now every time one of these new things come out, he gives it the same prompt, and it was like the most recent. I don't know if it was the Google event or the OpenAI event, whatever the most recent one was. He did it, and it looks.
Yeah, it looks pretty real.
Usually there's even once it got better, there's usually a tell. Like if you do AI stuff, a lot of times it's the fingers. Mm-hmm. Like you can see the fingers. This one, it just looks so real.
Yeah.
And now it's like, and then it was the sound. Now they got the sound down, and it's crazy. There are entire YouTube videos like talking so imagine like a tech YouTuber at a desk, got his little plant there or whatever, and just doing like an iPhone unboxing. There are YouTube channels and videos that are complete AI that you've probably seen and you don't even know it. It's insane how real it is.
Yeah, we're all gonna be tricked. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, I mean we're in trouble. We need some laws or something here. Like I don't know. Like I'm excited about it, but also I'm like I see how this gets bad quick.
It's powerful. I mean, we talked about it before in the vein of like, oh, they can mimic our voices and make it look like we did a crime. Now it's like they could just manipulate the masses into believing something, and run with it.
You know, I saw on this is kind of I don't know. It's a weird thing to talk about, but it was on my like page, and some chick like retweeted. The caption was like, "Is there anything I can legally do about this?" Caught my attention. Somebody had like, I'm sure you've seen on Twitter, you go into the comments, someone's like, @Croc. And they'll say whatever.
Yeah.
Or they'll be like, hey, create this. So they said, create her profile picture covered in sperm. And it's just her. And it looks real. So that's like a real picture of her. And then she's like, what, like, can I do anything about this? Because like now this picture exists. And like it could just go anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like that really, like this shit could just legit ruin your life out of nowhere. If some asshole just decides to be like, hey, I'm going to be a dick today.
Yeah, I think the world is going to, not everyone at once, which is the problem, but I think the world is going to be a little more skeptical because of that, I would hope. But it's scary. It's dangerous. Yes. I don't know.
I mean, it's like anytime anything happens, like any major thing happens now, I feel like everybody's first reaction is like, the fact that we have to question, is this real?
Right.
Is not great.
Well, it's like you see the like I saw one with Trump today. It was just he's talking, and it's like the caption was like his thoughts on what's going on with Iran, and you're looking at all this stuff, and he's talking completely normal, and then all of a sudden he's like, and he's fruity rainbow, blah 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 blah, and you're like, okay, yeah. It's like this is for 10, 15 seconds, you're like, this is legit. And then he starts
one where he's like, you're gay now.
Yeah. And it's like for 15 seconds, you're like, oh, this is legit. And you're like, well, okay, well, this is not. But like, if he were to just keep saying normal stuff, you'd just be like,
I sent y'all one a couple weeks ago where I sent it to y'all and I was like, okay, you could tell this isn't real, But it was just on the line of like for the first like 30 seconds, I was like, I because of who he is and the things he says, I'm like, I could see this being something he said, and then it gets off the rails quick, like you're saying. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, telling you, that's what I'm saying. That like it's so easy. They could easily just manipulate everybody into believing something, and then you're in a like we're thinking of so many random things that could happen. You could end up. He could be your, dictator because you believe some random thing that scared you to death, and now I don't know. Just
and it depends on the age group too. I mean, especially like right now, you get the 50 and up that maybe aren't too familiar with AI.
Yeah,
they see videos floating around on Facebook, and they're like, they're going to share it and comment on it, and they're going to immediately believe it. Yeah,
y'all already talked about it, but it's like, Dad, this isn't real. This is Canada's invaded the United States, but this isn't a real video, but it looks so real.
Yeah,
like
but there's video right there, son.
Yeah,
crazy, man. I mean, but it is also useful. Like I was just telling you before, like I had like a full on conversation with ChatGPT trying to figure out a good caption.
You probably saw the other day with there's a logo that we were trying to make for something, or somebody requested a logo from us for something, and I'll be honest, I know Dave probably didn't have the time to make it. I didn't have the time to make it, and he was like, I want it like this one. I took the logo of this other thing, put it in the ChatGPT, and I said, make this look like this instead of this, and it spit it out, and I sent it to him, and I was like, is this what you wanted? And he was like, yeah, and I was like, perfect. Literally like 10 seconds after he messaged us. So there's things that it's helpful with, but
Yep.
I don't know.
Sometimes.
Call it.
Let's call it time of death.
What do they do in the NBA?
11-12.
Were we reviewing it?
Review it.
No, we were trying to end it.
Yeah.
What's the call signal?
I don't know.
Second.
Shout out AB. Oh, wait, maybe not shout out AB right now.
Yeah, he's got murder charges.
Yeah. He's put on attempted murder.
Shot a gun.
I saw the video. If we're being honest, like.
All you can really see is the shots or hear the shots. You don't really see if he shot.
Okay, so you see him pull the gun and run with it and then shoot. So he's chasing somebody down. It's pretty, I guess it's assumptive.
Trying to get him to call God CPU.
Oh, the umbrella.
No, absolutely not.
Thank you for listening. We love you very much. See us on all the social medias. Check out the website.
4 letters.
And until next time.
1 word.
Love.
Yeet. Amen.
Bye.
Also 4 letters.